the Seaside Shrine. This is my house. This is my house on the Warcraft housing site. If you've been keeping up with WoW news lately, you've seen that Blizzard is going hard on the housing promo. And good for them, this feature is the best thing that's been added to the game, possibly ever. Blizzard needs to get the word out, and I'm sure there are a ton of lapsed champions of Azeroth who would return to WoW for the chance to build their own homes. In the promo blitz, Blizz has been hosting contests, staging IRL events around the world, more on that later, and now the latest is a collab with Zillow, the home selling website. A few weeks ago, Blizzard asked me if they would be able to showcase one of my builds on a Zillow listing, and I was delighted, but then I realized I had nothing suitable to show off. At that point on live, I'd only worked on my Founder's Point house, which still isn't yet ready for the limelight. It's going to be more of an alt hotel build with a bunch of separate, distinct spaces inside of it, and I figured that probably wouldn't work well for a Zillow listing. Meanwhile, my Horde house was sitting empty, waiting to be put to good use, and all at once I was struck by inspiration. This was the perfect opportunity for a new showcase. I could build just one house, one cohesive space, top to bottom, bathrooms and all, something I'd not actually done yet in the WoW housing system. But what should it be? Well, something Kultiran, of course. My biases are well known. Step 1. Covering up the Horde house. Whatever my build was going to be, I needed to transform the outside of my house. Sorry, Horde Hut, you're very iconic. You're cute in your own way, but you're just not nautical enough for us right now. I knew the hut would have to be covered up entirely, but we don't have enough decor in the catalog and room in the exterior budget yet to kitbash a true Kultiran exterior. When I thought about the excellent builds that folks had done with boulders and cobblestones to sculpt interesting things on top of their Horde houses, I had an idea. I knew what I had to do. Shrine of the Storm. All the way in scenic Stormsong Valley, I needed to have it on top of my house. I was going to sculpt a kraken. My plot in Razorwind Shores looks out to the ocean, so this beach would be my canvas. I elevated my house slightly to get more height. I started with boulders, then cobblestones, then used a couple extra boulders to make the bridge up to the door. With the kraken face sculpted, I then built tentacles trailing out into the sand. One of them is even raised in a cheeky little wave, or other gesture. It's open to interpretation. 2 tide sage totems guard the entryway to drive home the tentacly theme. I added some foliage to the rocks to make it look like the ocean had left some beach rack on the front facade. And a dyed circular woolen rug hides the door texture to give the entryway some depth. And I left the wooden planks from the Horde hut visible because they almost look like they could be salvaged from the nearby shipwreck just off the coast. Beautiful, exactly what I wanted. But how would this look on Zillow? Time would tell. Step 2, the inside. Next was the hardest part of any WoW housing build, standing in front of an empty room looking for an idea. That's right, even housing sickos like me get stuck staring at the blank canvas of a house and trying to figure out where to start. I thought about what I could bring over from my previous builds, and I thought about my ship's mast. My first bit of inspiration came from the idea that maybe this Kultiran house could have a mast in the middle as a central feature. Step 2.5, Orc football. I had the initial inspiration of my house interior decided, and then it was time to take a break, to touch grass, or touch snow. Blizzard put the word out that there was going to be a pop-up Warcraft Tavern event at the Patriots versus Houston, Texas game in mid-January at the Patriots Stadium. I was told there was going to be a Horde hut, real, in person. I was told there was going to be orcs to interact with. And as a housing creator local to this event, I couldn't not go. Plus, I learned that this was also a Zillow event, so I attended determined to scope out what makes a successful WoW house in real life. It's snowing. It is 9 a.m. We are at the Orc Tavern, and it's so cute. Look at how cute it is. Oh my god. The Warcraft Tavern was indeed cute. It was filled with faithful recreations of decor from the game, as well as a bar where you could get drinks. There were plenty of WoW Easter eggs and collectibles sprinkled around, and I was having so much fun noticing all the little details of the build, from the Dalaran cheese board to the in-game rug textures printed on the rugs. We also did confirm that there were orcs, and they were absolute champions, being dressed for Durtar weather but standing around in the snow. I guess they forgot their Frostwolf transmogs. Anyway, look at all the details here and tell me it doesn't warm your cold and frozen hearts. the correct light bulb colors on the goblin string lights, the little tusk candles, the grapes on the cheese board. And meanwhile, the space was filling up and football stuff was happening, which was a little surreal. On the tables were cards for the Azeroth Housing Realtors, Bektar Dawnhammer with the Horde Estates Company, and Hazel Fizzlehorn with the Alliance Realty Group. Someone told me that their emails were functional, so on the drive back I emailed Bektar asking about horde houses he had for sale. He told me he was simply too busy with important agent tasks like moving his furniture around, and I understood. I also needed to be busy moving my furniture around. Step 3. Crunch time. Back home and finally warm, I was inspired. I knew I couldn't let Bektar Dawnhammer down. I had to finish the build to make him proud. In a flurry of building, the rest of the house came together quickly. Living space, dining space, library, shrine, bathrooms, and all. Here's the footage of how it all looked when it came together. And then a few days later, I got to see the result of my work in a sneak preview ahead of Zillow for Warcraft going live. We have here the Seaside Shrine. And this is my house. This is my house on the Warcraft housing site. Plot number 17, house level 5. We can click through the little pictures. All right, inside this tropical beachside mini replica of the Shrine of the Storm, this Kultiran bungalow makes the perfect home for any sailor of the sea, fan of nautical nonsense, or faithful adherent of the deep. The central area features a wide hearth, a kitchen with a hanging galley-style counter, high ceilings, and even a ship's mast, plus plenty of storage space in the loft areas above. You will additionally find a chapel for eldritch worship and a library setup for studying, complete with a side reading nook. Travel up the stairs to the second floor to find the master bedroom with the impressive bed set across from a window seat, attached ensuite bathroom. This home has a compact footprint, but is stuffed to the brim with decor. What is special about it? It is near impenetrable, really quite sturdy, as safe as it gets, and eldritch. Okay, photos here. We can see that the little reading nook that we built together. We did this one together. I was like, oh stream, oh chat, help me out with this last room. I don't know what to put in it. And we made this beautiful thing. So yay. Top photo here. All right, we've got the kitchen. We've got the stairs. Facts and features, grog station, a sea shanty incarnate. There's a welcome well, a royal purple reading nook. Exterior features. The old god beckons, do not resist to drink from the well of knowledge. Sounds from the deep, yeah. And you can meet the owner right here. Fagia, that's my girly. About her, She is a loyal Tide Sage of the Tide Mother who had a very normal time during the Fourth War. Thank you for asking. Definitely no cult activity happening here. Thank you, Blizzard, for all the opportunities to showcase my work and build something fun. Zillow for Warcraft is live right now, and if you visit the site, you can claim your own naturally elegant doormat. This looks to be a similar model to the dyeable square doormat we saw previously in the files. This one currently not dyeable, but we've heard it should be coming. It should be possible. It might get hotfixed in the near future, so that's exciting. Keep an eye out for the houses of other creators who also participated in this. I know that Jay the Bard and Dark Lady Cosplay and Emilzia also have houses in this feature, so go check out their content to see what they built. If you liked this video, if you want more travel logs, if you want me to do this again for BlizzCon, give me a like, give me a subscribe, comment below with what you would have asked the orcs at Orc Football. I was too nervous to ask them if Orgrimmar has indoor plumbing. Do you think Orgrimmar has indoor plumbing? Comment below. Thank you so much, and I hope you have so much fun building your houses. Bye.